First things first, we saw that massive sell-off in cryptocurrencies on Monday. There's a lot of uncertainty about what comes next. Kevin, you said that 20% of your investments are in crypto. And so I just want to start with, what are you doing? Are you exiting some of these positions? Are you buying more?
No, I'm actually averaging down on a couple of the big market cap names. I mean, one of the challenges, and this is proof now for why we need legislation and policy on crypto, because if we had institutional capital coming in under the market, if they had allocated 50 basis points or 100 basis points to, let's say, Ethereum or Bitcoin, Solana, Polygon, whatever, you would have had a bid. Instead, because we're basically under-owned by institutions, we have tremendous volatility. And we've seen this before. This is not new. It'll, recover eventually, but this is the nature of crypto unregulated. And so my argument is this really should get us focused on policy. Right after the midterms, I'm hoping for policy on stable coins and then into other assets as well, NFTs, that kind of thing. We're at the nascent stage, but the volatility is because we don't have the institutional bid.
I do want to talk more about policy in just a moment, but before that, how should retail investors be thinking about this sell-off? Is it an opportunity to buy at a discount, or is it just too risky to make any sort of bet at the moment?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. As we wait, if you guys don't mind sending out this link, we are live on YouTube, testing out YouTube, all right, making sure that everything is good. So we will have the YouTube up and running in perfection. But until now, man, sit back, listen to Kevin O'Leary. We're going to play this video. We're going to get started in the next few minutes. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. Let's go.
No, I mean, everybody has challenges with volatility, but I remind everybody, just go back 17 years to a stock called Amazon. It also corrected 38 to 50% every year for 12 years in a row as people tried to figure out what this new entity was. And so there's always tremendous volatility in new and nascent technologies and new markets. And crypto is a new market. I still predict in 10 or 12 years, it'll be the 12th sector of the S&P. There's just too much productivity opportunity here around payment systems and all kinds of other attributes of these blockchain projects that we just don't yet know what the upside is going to be. And I'd argue this, if you go to any graduating class, particularly now, it's very timely to say this, ask any engineering cohort, you're going to find a third of the engineers go into the chain. They want to work there. They don't want to work in the other 11 sectors of the economy. They want the opportunity to create something new. And that's why you've got so much intellectual capital going into this space. You know with certainty down the road that the next genius ideas are going to come from this. Any college, any university, any engineer, they all want to work on the chain.
Well, on that last point, let's talk about crypto-focused businesses for a moment. Coinbase this morning announcing that they're cutting 18% of their staff. Gemini had a similar announcement, as did Crypto.com. MicroStrategy is down 75% year to date. Are crypto companies uninvestable at this point?
No, I wouldn't say that. There's two categories of crypto companies, ones that use leverage and ones that don't. Now, when you have a very volatile asset and you have the fortitude, I'm going to use that word, to use leverage to enhance your returns, you also run the dark side, downside risk of what happens when there's a major correction, as is occurring right now. You can get caught offside pretty quickly. And so Celsius, that's a good example of that. And I don't want this to sound trite, but let me explain how bottoms are made in any market. I don't care if you're in equities or in debt or in crypto or in real estate. You always need a big player to go to zero. That always helps, whether it's long-term capital or whether it's one of these crypto infrastructure companies. I would like to see, and I don't want this to happen, but it always gives you a good bottom when you get a large player over-levered that goes to zero. And that always tends to be the beginning of the rebuilding process. So if you have to sacrifice someone who used too much leverage, and it's always leverage that does this, somebody's over-levered, positions are complicated, they're not transparent, they're not liquid, and they go to zero. Someone is out there on the brink of zero. That's okay. In fact, I'd argue that's a good thing when we get it. Now, do we get it this week? Do we get it next week? Someone's going to zero. I don't know who, but it'll be great for everybody else that survives because everybody will learn from that. And that's what I like about a washout, an event. And I think we're due for one in crypto land. And I don't know who it's going to be, But I guarantee you 100%, I've seen this movie before, you will learn later that somebody put on a heavily levered position, they got wiped out. And it's good. It's a good thing.
So to that point, how are you navigating this crypto winter for the crypto businesses that you're involved in?
I don't use leverage on crypto because I've seen volatility like this in the past. There are certain assets where I might put leverage on, but it won't be in crypto. I mean, when you see volatility of 50% on an 11-month basis, which we're seeing in Bitcoin, 60%, 20% days on Ethereum, you can't afford to put leverage on that. But, you know, people will learn their lessons. This is a good thing in the sense that this generation of crypto investors has not gone through corrections like this and not gone through them with leverage. Now they're going to learn an important lesson. Everybody I know that has survived volatility has had a very important lesson or a date with leverage. And they didn't have a great dance that night, I must tell you.
Are there any takeaways for retail investors who are looking to buy the dip and add to their portfolio? Any categories of cryptocurrencies they should be looking at? Anything that they should be wary of?
I think right now, if you're, licking your wounds, go to the large cap projects. I mean, the Ethereum, Bitcoin, obviously Polygon, Solana. Polygon's been slaughtered, and it's a good project. Great opportunity to add to it. I have very big positions in these names, and I've been nibbling as well. There's nothing wrong. The one thing I would tell everybody is you can't pick the bottom. It's impossible. You have no idea when it's going to happen. But if you're staying long the category, you need diversification. I have so many different positions on right now, and they're all over the map. Now, come year end, what'll happen, because this is a year where we're going to be looking at tax returns on all crypto trading and income, there'll be a lot of maneuvering on the projects that did not recover to take them as tax losses versus the ones that did. And that's going to be the nimbleness of trading. And that's why it's important to look at your positions and make sure you have liquidity in them, because most of these projects are very, very liquid, so it's not a problem. And we actually haven't seen, we had the Binance story yesterday. They looked for a couple of hours of room, what they called a lazy trade. The Celsius thing, well, that's a gate. That's not good. So that will not end well. And when you lock the gate in a hedge fund, basically, you upset a lot of investors, and when they get the opportunity to sell, they do with a vengeance. Never good to do this. Can't help them, but they didn't understand the situation, I guess, but there'll be some money lost there. But Binance is the big daddy of them all on platforms, and they seem to be surviving. FTX looks fine. Circle, rock solid, didn't break a buck. Put out an announcement to their investors yesterday saying, look, to the extent we've had to have margin calls, there hasn't been a problem. I mean, these are the things you look for in stress situations. You've got a lot of infrastructure holding its own. So I think there has been some maturation or maturity coming into the crypto market by these behemoth infrastructure projects. I'll say the same for BitBuy and for WonderFi, holding their own, making sure their clients are being taken care of. I have big positions in those companies as well. So we're all, weathering the storm, and you have to do this. There's nothing else to do except watch with wonder.
Now, you said that it's hard to call a bottom, but let's say we continue to see a sell-off. Is there the possibility that the crypto sector, dropping in value could hurt the U.S. economy ultimately, or is it just a degree of magnitude so irrelevant that it's not going to make much of a difference?
Well, the great news about the crypto economy and even positions like Bitcoin or Ethereum, these are decentralized holdings. It's not just the American investor exposed here. Bitcoin is all around the world. And it's only 880 billion before the correction, which, as you rightly pointed out, is a big nothing burger. And so that's nothing. I mean, even all of crypto under 2 trillion is still nothing in financial services. So there's so much upside to this sector. When we do get policy, when we get institutional investors and sovereign wealth involved, then you'll start to see real assets. But, if Bitcoin went down another 20%, it wouldn't really matter because it's spread around everywhere. And most of the holdings are not institutional. For all the excitement about Bitcoin, no institutions own it yet. And that's the decision you have to make at a time like this when you're an investor. I mean, this is an opportunity to say to myself or anybody, look, if I believe in 3 years, 36 months, that there'll be policy on Bitcoin, do I want to own it after policy comes and all the institutions start buying it? Or do I want to take a chance and live with some volatility now and buy it here at 24, or 23, or 20,000, whatever it's going to go to? I don't know. But if you believe in Bitcoin, it's a buying opportunity, but you can't guarantee that you're catching the bottom. Nobody catches the bottom. It never works that way.
So let's return to that question of policy. The crypto space is expecting to get some clarity, a lot of draft legislation circling in Washington. What are your thoughts on some of the bills that we're seeing put forward?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Crypto community. Yo, I am excited, man. Yo, this call is jumping. Yo, we got a lot of people. Hey, check this out. We're live on YouTube for the first time. So, you know, if something happens, you can't get back in, make sure you guys are plugged into our YouTube. We got a few more minutes of this video, about 2 more minutes, and we're going to get into some bullish content. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, the #1 cryptocurrency morning show in the world. Let's go.
In the last 2 months, I've met with everybody that's brought a bill forward. Haggerty, Toomey, Lummis. I mean, there's a lot of interest in this. Here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to pick one thing. They're going to pick one thing and put policy on that. It's going to be stablecoin to start. And the policy there is going to be pretty clear. All the bills say the same thing. They want total transparency. They want an audit every 30 days. They want no duration more than 12 months on any asset holding up the coin. So that means T-bills on average are going to be 7-8 month duration and US dollars backing it. And that's the same kind of rule you're going to find in a Schwab money market or a Fidelity money market or any money market fund, with the benefit of all of these systems, once you put policy in place, having the ability to be a payment system. So I would love to see this happen. And the reason I think you'll get policymakers on both sides of the aisles backing this one thing after the midterm elections is this guarantees making the US dollar the currency of default in perpetuity. Once you back the US dollar on a stable coin, everybody's going to want to use it. I'm not going to use the Chinese one. I'm not going to use the Swiss franc. I'd be worried about liquidity. I'm not going to use the euro. Euro's all over the map. I'm certainly not want nothing to do with Russia. And I'm not going to use the British pound. I want the US dollar to be a payment system that everybody else will accept around the world, like they do for commodities like oil. It's priced on the US dollar. So if we get stable coin policy, you talk to any policymaker about this, they get the joke in 2 seconds. It's so simple to understand this. Some of the issuers will become FDIC insured. They'll be like a bank. Others will say, no, I don't want to be FDIC insured. And we'll have a plethora of different offerings all around the same policy. So I can choose, maybe I'll put some money into the Fidelity one. I'm saying the same thing I do right now. I put dollars into the Oppenheimer money market. I put money into Schwab's money market. So the same thing will happen on stable coins. Now, we just have to wait for policy. And right now in USDC, the one that's holding the buck, rock solid, 50. I put money into Schwab's money market. So the same thing will happen on stable coins. Now, we just have to wait for policy. And right now in USDC, the one that's holding the buck, rock solid, 54 billion in assets, right through the week, right through the correction. No problem with liquidity. I wrote more contracts this week on it. So look, there's a lot of people interested in making this work. I think we'll get policy there first.
Woo! Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, the #1 cryptocurrency morning show in the world. I am your host. One of your hosts, Vincent Owens, joined here by my other host, Travis Pick. And yo, we are super bullish today. Let me go ahead and add him up here right now to the spotlight. Good morning, Travis. How are you feeling, brother?
Man, bro, I am feeling blessed. I'm feeling supernatural. I just want to tell everyone, cheers, got my coffee.
Cheers to
We
you.
love you. Thank you for joining the show. You know, we just came, if everyone didn't know, I just got back from Atlanta. Me and Vince spent a great week together. We were super bullish. We were working on our systems, working on our content, and just building our relationship as we continue to grow our network. And I am very excited, folks. This episode is going to be bullish.
So again, guys, welcome to Coffee and Crypto. We are the OMC network, the Oh My Crypto network, as you can see behind me right here with this beautiful banner. All right, OMC, listen, we make you say OMC, not OMG. All right, so welcome again to OMC Coffee and Crypto. Today's episode will be episode number 16. All right, we're moving into the 16th episode, and I'm so excited for what we're able to bring today to the table. Some of the topics that we're going to talk about, we always want you guys to be in the know ahead of time. All right. So if you guys have ever said OMC on this call, just go ahead and drop OMC. If you say OMG on this call, drop OMC. All right. We shifted the narrative. All right. But today's call is we're going to talk about more Fed rate hikes. We're also going to talk about, these hikes being imminent, and recession also being imminent, right? China and Taiwan, geopolitics and the war, all right? Bank of England says crypto crash survivors could become the next Amazon, eBays, all right? Amazons and eBays. We are in Web 3, all right? Web 1 was Amazons and eBays, all right? Web 3, all right, it's
those
XRP,
OMCs coming.
XLMs, right? The new thing is coming. All right. Also, we'll also be covering a few other things as well. You already know XRP, XLM, all of the new partnerships is happening. I love covering these coins because unlike other coins and tokens out there, there's not a lot of news, that's coming out about Shiba Inu. There's not a lot of news that's coming out about Dogecoin other than Elon Musk. There's not a lot of news coming out about SafeMoon, right? So if those are where your assets are, I want to tell you, listen, this is not financial advice. We do not give financial advice on these calls. These calls are for entertainment purposes only. But the things that we're telling you are the things that we are actively acting on. So if you trust us, we ask that you also rock with us. And just like this little rocket ship right here, let's go to the moon. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to go ahead and get into this bullish content. So the first thing that I did today was, you know what? I said, I'm gonna go to Google and I'm gonna just type in the word crypto, right? Because we need to see what is going on in the news, because the news tells us how we should move, right? You guys agree with me on that? The news tells us exactly how we should move. Exactly, Trav, right? So looking at the news, all right, some of the headlines, the crypto bear market is looking like the stressors of the 80s era equity market, right? Crypto new pro shares ETF shorts Bitcoin.
They just made a Bitcoin short ETF, bro.
Total crypto assets under management at lowest level since February 2021. Check this out. Crypto broker Voyager Digital lowers daily withdrawal limits to 10K. And also, you got all types of news. I mean, I can go through here. So what do I see in the news? I see FUD. I hear fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So also, I want to take you guys to this right here, because this is very important, especially as an investor in cryptocurrency, that you know what the Bitcoin fear and greed index is, because the market follows Bitcoin as of now, right? So as of today, we're at an 11, which is extreme fear. As of yesterday, extreme fear. Last week, extreme fear. Last month, extreme fear. Investors know, smart investors know that you buy the fear and you sell the greed. So when the news is talking trash, when everybody else is talking bad, all right, this is when you want to be buying. And when everybody's excited, like when Dogecoin went to 70 cents or wherever it went, right, guys, that's when you should be selling, right? When the news is telling you to buy, you should be getting ready to sell. And when I say sell, I don't mean sell. Like what I mean, because we're in this for the long run. This money you put in crypto, you're in it for the long term, right? So when I mean sell is you want to exchange those profits into USDC, and you want to wait until the next dip, right? So when you get the urge where you're like, man, this market is going crazy right now. XRP is at $10 now. What should I do? Well, maybe you should start taking a little bit of those profits, right? And look, we're not here to teach you that on this call. That's why we have our private mentorship. If anybody is interested in private mentorship, what you can do is you'll be able to click the link in the bio here on YouTube. You'll also be able to click the link in bio on our Instagram pages. And also, if you just need to get access to me, I will be dropping some more information on how you'll be able to apply to work with the Vincent Owens Group. Because I'm telling you, being an investor without a plan is the worst thing that you can do in these times. All right, now let's go to one of my favorite things, which is Coin Market. Well, not Coinbase. We're gonna talk about them too, but Coin Market Cap. All right, Coin Market Cap. Let's look at the And for people that don't know what CoinMarketCap is the #1 cryptocurrency research platform in the world. So, you know, it has all the coins, it gives you all the data, tells you what exchanges, gives you NFT information. There's a portfolio. You know, with our private students, I help you all set up your portfolio, or at least I tell you, set up your portfolio on CoinMarketCap, because what that does is it keeps you organized, right? But with that being said, there's 19,981 cryptocurrencies. We're almost at 20,000 of them. And I do believe that this number after regulation is going to go down tremendously, right? Exchanges, 535 different ones. And we're at 907 billion dollar market cap. I wish it was a $900 trillion market cap. We'd definitely be on a different galaxy right now. All right. Let's look at the trending. All right. Celsius is down 9%. Terra Classic is down 0.9%, and Bitcoin's down 1%. The total market within the last 24 hours is down 0.3%. So, you know, not really much. Seems like it's consolidating a lot right now. There's some consolidation happening in the market. Bitcoin's coming in at 20K, still been holding that strong level of support. So have we reached the bottom yet on Bitcoin? Like Kevin O'Leary said, the world may never know. You'll never catch the bottom. It's impossible to catch the bottom. That's what Kevin O'Leary said. Ethereum is at $1,100, right? $1,100. USDT is 99 cents still hasn't, looks like it still hasn't really fully connected back to its peg, right? And then USDC is at $1. And then let's talk about our favorite one, XRP, up 3.84%, 32 cents. All right, so for the ones that have been buying in since it dropped down to 28, 29 cents, congratulations, you've seen a little profit, right? But either way, this is the overall state of the market. Now, other news in cryptocurrency, all right, crypto lender BlockFi gets $250 million bailout from FTX, which we know Sam Bankman-Fried is the youngest crypto billionaire in the world. All right, and this guy is absolutely killing it. Trav, what do you think about this BlockFi getting $250 million bailout from FTX? Like, do you feel like maybe they have some type of connection to FTX or something like that? Because why did FTX, signal them out and not go save Celsius?
So, I mean, the writing is pretty, I don't want to go too deep into it, but there is a lot of connections from the largest players, and it's all on paper. And you guys can go on my Twitter at CEO_Trav. And there's a lot of guys from the XRP army that they really do deep dives into the corruption behind ETHgate and Ethereum. And those dives have led me to all the connections of the big players to people like FTX with Sam Bankman-Fried. He's donating, he's donated $16 million in the last couple months to Congress with, he said that he could donate up to $1 billion this year to Congress. So the writing is clearly on the wall. BlockFi is very much connected to FTX. There's a lot of players that are connected, but I don't need to go too deep into that.
No, we don't. That'll come out as we continue to push forward with this show. And so BlockFi's rival Celsius Networks froze all withdrawals and transfers, citing extreme market conditions as crypto prices have plunged, and fellow crypto lender Babel Finance followed suit. BlockFi said last week it was still satisfying all withdrawal requests and fulfilling increased demand from institutional borrowers, though it also announced deep layoffs. And chief executive Zan Prince tweeted Thursday that the company liquidated a large client's over-collateralized margin loan to mitigate risk. All right, so just like Kevin O'Leary said, everybody, there's large players that will go to zero. Large players. He said some of the largest market capped companies will go to zero, all right, in this time, in this recession that we're in. right? And so I believe that that was very important. I think that he knows what he's talking about, not just because he's Kevin O'Leary, but because of the connections he has. He's been hanging out with Senator Lumens. He's been hanging out with all of these big people on that are up on Capitol Hill, right? And so because he has the money to, he has the connections to, so he lets us know what he can let us know. He can't let us know everything, but they're going to let you know what they can let you know. So I thought that this was pretty interesting. I thought this was pretty interesting that Sam Bankman-Fried did this, guys, just because of, who he is and how much money they've been pushing out in marketing, right? Now, what I want to do is we're going to jump now into a couple of things that I found on Twitter, but then also this new article that's out on the papers. All right. What are we on the journey? Where are we on the journey to ISO 20022? Told you guys we're going to definitely stay up to date on this. This is something that we're not going to stop talking about. This is the compliance, and this is what matters the most, right? So if this is your first time on Coffee and Crypto, light up the chat box right now. If this is your first time on YouTube, or you're tuning back in, listen, go ahead and light up the chat box. Let us know where you're calling in from. And if you are new, just go ahead and drop a me in the chat box. That way the rest of our Coffee and Crypto community can say good morning to you and maybe send you a coffee emoji, all right, just for a toast, all right? But this was an exclusive interview with Swift. Swift is the current messaging standard for all of the central banks, all right? So it talked about this in here. We're not going to read this whole thing, all right? If you are, now I don't drop, again, I don't drop these articles necessarily on this call. If you want access to these articles, we are adding a section on the Discord for all articles that we drop. We want our private community not only to be on these calls, but to also be able to go and do the deep dive that we're doing, be able to read up on these. So if you're inside of our private Discord, you'll have access to all these articles, after this call. If you're not a part of that Discord, go ahead and reach out to us. We'll show you how you can get in, all right? So what is ISO 20022 and why shift to a global common language? I thought that this was important, right? Why shift to a global common language? Today's payment messages only contain essential transaction data, and that data is often unstructured, which can hamper the automation of processes such as sanction screenings, create challenges with reconciliation, and limit the ability of banks to offer value-added services to customers. All right. ISO 20022 creates a common language for payments worldwide by improving the quality and richness of data in domestic and cross-border payments. There's certain words they use. They're not going to say XRP. They're not going to say XLM. So that's why you have to be a good student and understand terminology. We break down terminology very well in the Vincent Owens Group. All right. ISO 20022 will significantly help to boost operational efficiency and improve straight-through processing rates, which is STP rates. It also facilitates interoperability end-to-end. There's another word, interoperability.
Very, very big word right there.
You said what, brother?
A very, very big keyword right there.
End-to-end, right? Which supports automation. Interoperability. Travis, could you explain to them a little bit about what interoperability is?
Yeah, so the markets are actually in the world that we live in. Technology is very, very connected. And the reason why the markets are all affected so much is because the Federal Reserve, they actually do not keep on hand the amount of cash that's actually deposited into their bank. They only have to keep 10% on hand. So that other 90%, they're actually lending out. So what happens is, say a construction company starts building a building, they get a loan from the bank, and then they need to get a loan. They send a loan to one of their contractors, and the dominoes continue to fall, and the same money continues to get lent out. And this happens in a lot of different industries. And eventually the money gets so diluted that it really doesn't exist. And that is what's happening right now in our society with rapid inflation. So interoperability is the key to the new financial system where the end-to-end blockchain networks will all eventually be connected, because this is new technology. Like he said, the data is often unstructured, which can hamper the automation process. And that's where these languages, these computer codes, they need to be a global language, because each country, they have a different language of computer code. The person that's inputting the data has to be fluent in both languages. It's a very, very strenuous process. 1-0, when you're sending one number, when you're sending billions and millions of dollars, can result in a large error. So that's why they're working on the system now.
Amazing, amazing, right? So connecting all these, and you heard Kevin O'Leary say that most of our tech people who are in tech today in college, getting their masters, going through high school, we met a lady in Atlanta who their high school students was here. We told her that we were in blockchain. She said, yo, a lot of our students are already jumping into like Web3. Like she was like, that's what they're learning right now. So you got to understand that, yo, this is the future, because the children are the future. All right, the children are the future. So where do we stand on the journey to ISO 20022? All right, let's just talk about this, and then we're going to keep pushing forward, right? The Swift community is well on track from a readiness perspective for the general go live in November 2022. Y'all got to get your shit together. All right, you got until November 2022. The transition for cross-border payments and reporting to this new CBPR Plus on Swift begins from August 2022 on an opt-in basis in November 2022 for general availability, right? So August, literally 2 months, they'll be able to start opting in, right? All right, so check this out. A 3-year coexistent period runs until November 2025. So basically what they're saying is that over the next couple of years, 3 years, people still will be able to be on that old system. But if they don't get on the new system by 2025, you will not see these banks around anymore. They will go out of business because they're going to be forced into being a part of this new change that's happening to the ecosystem. Now, something that I wanted to show you all that I thought was pretty crazy. This comes from a digital asset investor, but digital perspectives, but single day cut over to ISO 20022. So let's pull this up, right? So this is from the Federal Reserve System. Summary: the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System is announcing that the Federal Reserve banks will adopt the ISO 20022 message format for the Fedwire Fund service. All right. The board is also requesting public comment on a revised plan for migrating the Fedwire Fund service to the ISO 200 message format, right? Now, this is where it was important. Specifically, the board is proposing that the Federal Reserve banks would adopt the ISO 20022 message format on a single day rather than in 3 separate phases as previously purposed. This single day migration would be targeted for and would no earlier than November 2023.
Amazing.
This is in your hands. Investing into these assets is in your hands. They're letting you know what they're doing because they cannot hide this stuff from us. It is illegal for them to hide it from us. So they have to put it in plain sight. But you know what? Sometimes sight ain't so plain.
And also they want to let the people that are at the top know what's going on.
Exactly. And as the news continues to FUD us out, the people at the top are continuing to buy. Right. So let's listen to some XRP stuff, because I know, hey, look, all this ISO stuff can be a little crazy, right? So let's listen to David Schwartz interview about the XRP ledger upgrade, right? So some new upgrades that have happened, right? Listen to this.
The XRP ledger has a built-in decentralized exchange, including all kinds of features like peer-to-peer credit, sophisticated multi-hop payment features, and so on. And that leaves the XRP ledger uniquely positioned to leapfrog other DEXs by offering a unique automated market maker implementation. Probably the most unique feature is it allows those who provide liquidity for automated market makers to take a large share of the profits that would normally go to arbitrageurs. Can't really talk about the secret sauce just yet. We're not going to be able to get there alone. Ripple can't do this by itself. We're working with the broader XRP Ledger community to expand the DeFi ecosystem with this automated market maker implementation. Looking towards the future and looking at the current crypto landscape, crypto liquidity today is very fragmented. It's very similar to foreign exchange this way. We have an ecosystem with wallets, exchanges, blockchains, poor user experience, and poor interoperability. It's like the internet in those very, very early days. We need to get to the point where users can use these technologies without having to have these deep understandings of them. And given the decentralized nature of the underlying technology, that fragmentation is only going to increase. We're in a field with rapid innovation, constant introduction of new techniques and new systems. If they don't interoperate with existing systems, user experiences will be terrible.
Listen, hear him out now.
Of the underlying technology, that fragmentation is only going to increase. We're in a field with rapid innovation, constant introduction of new techniques and new systems. If they don't interoperate with existing
okay. Don't worry. Travis coming bullish too, y'all. Don't worry. Look, don't y'all even worry about it. All right. Now check this out. Something that I thought was cool. You all, I mean, I don't know if you've heard, but Ripple opened up a new Ripple opened up a new office, right? In Toronto, right? And so with them opening up this new office in Toronto, right? One thing that I thought was pretty interesting is one of the 12 banks to trial XRP with R3 Corda is Royal Bank of Canada, right? The Royal Bank of Canada. So and this is directly on Ripple's website, right? So Ripple on R3 teams up with 12 banks to trial. This was 2016, October 20th, XRP for cross-border payments. Whoa, there it is again. There's another word that we were talking about, cross-border payments, right? Now check this out. Ripple is proud to work with R3 and its member banks to institutionalize XRP as a bridge asset. I don't need to even read no more to y'all. We don't even need, we could close the call right now and everything, that's all you need to know. Like Bugs Bunny say, that's all, folks, right? That's all, folks. Like it's members banks to institutionalize XRP as a bridge asset. XRP is the world bridge currency. It's the world bridge currency, right? It's going to bridge this old world into our new world to bring on the new world order. Now, something that that just happened, and I believe my brother Travis can really jump into this as well with me, but MOJALOOP Foundation, which is a new charitable nonprofit organization advancing the financial inclusion mission of MOJALOOP. All right, they've created what's called a CBDC Center of Excellence, all right, in the MOJALOOP Foundation, and they're located in Singapore, the same place that crypto.com, all right, was founded. Now, that's what they're doing right here. Now, something that I found was pretty cool on their website was, we are pleased to announce the formation of the new MOJALOOP CBDC COE working group. So this is their governing council, right? Created to guide direction of the COE's financial inclusion initiatives, right? Should I show more? Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation, right? The Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation. You got Coil, Google, Modus Box, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Red Compass Labs, Cybrin, but our very favorite one, Game Over.
Google.
Ripple, right? Ripple. So we see that right there. That should get you guys excited. That should get your blood boiling. What do you think about this, Trav?
Well, I mean, you covered basically everything that needed to be said. I mean, you got Bill Gates.
Yep.
You got Google.
Yep.
You got Ripple.
Yep.
We really don't need much more than that.
You don't need much more than that. And MOJALOOP is a Ripple partner, but and so continuing the narrative, right? Some new things have come out in the news, right? And I'm going to pass this over to Travis here in a second so that he can go bullish with you guys.
Ripple partner.
There's another Ripple partner, right? And you talked about this before on the call, right? Finastra?
Yeah, they've come up.
They've come up. I don't think we've deep dived. So Finastra and ITC Infotech extend European partnership to deliver treasury automation in the cloud, right? Treasury automation. So what does that mean? putting everything that happens in the treasury for the US, for the European, for the British treasury, for the Japanese, these will all be on the cloud, and they're going to use this ITC Infotech, all right, which is a cloud-based company for Web3, and I'm pretty sure Web4 as it's coming out, right? So now let's read about it. So today, Finastra today announced a strategic partnership with ITC Infotech to deliver Finastra's Fusion Condor cloud-based treasury as a service solution to its growing customer base in Europe. Customers will benefit from increased automation of treasury services, an evergreen system that keeps pace with regulatory change in rapid time to go live for new features and functionalities. The partnership strengthens Finastra's long-standing relationships with ITC Infotech. All right, we'll drop this article in there so you guys can read up on this. But something that I thought was pretty cool, right? This is from June 22nd, so yesterday, right? That just dropped. But this right here was something on their website from 2019, October 9th. Ripple to bring blockchain technology to Finastra's banking customers. Wow. Collaboration will enable financial institutions using Finastra solutions to make fast and reliable cross-border payments. Let's go. Let's go, baby. So Ripple, the enterprise blockchain solution for global payments, and Finastra have teamed up to offer Ripple's blockchain technology through Finastra's payments solutions to support fast cross-border payments. RippleNet partner is the solution, guys. We have found the keys. We have found the golden, this is the golden ticket. I feel like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You know what I mean? I be feeling like Charlie. I just was running around Atlanta this weekend. Me and Travis was like, I got the golden ticket. We was literally around. It was going crazy.
Left and right. We didn't even have to do nothing. We were just shooting videos, talking. They're like, hey, can I get your Instagram? Do you have a business card?
Right.
Can I give you $5?
Can I give you guys $5?
I'm just playing.
So this right here, so you got to look at what they do. All right. Our market recognition. These are the accolades, right? Grand Globee winner for winning the Golden Bridge Award, 2021 Golden Bridge Award. They have 2 Golden Bridge Awards, and they have an AI Excellence Award. So that should let you guys know that this company is one of the leading AI companies in the world. Now, something that I thought was really cool was who we work with, right? Now, check this out. Solutions. Their solutions: retail banking and wealth management, commercial and corporate banking, treasury services, capital markets, right? What are the different areas there? That's in the finance, but then they got consumer packaged goods, right? Digital farming platforms, intelligent planning and execution, strategic supply chain network design, digital supply chain command centers. What? VChain? Okay, let's keep going. Healthcare and life science overview, right? Oh, Hedera hash graph, because Hedera is creating the wallet, the first wallet for your digital passports, but also your digital vaccine cards. Hedera is already creating that. A company's already partnered with Hedera to use their blockchain, or excuse me, their hash graph, not their blockchain, their hash graph to create these technologies, right? So this new Web3, IoT, Internet of Things world that we're moving into, I'm telling you, or that we're already in, these are the companies that's going to bridge the gap, right? And so a couple of things on their website that I found interesting. I went digging, right? Found some articles. This is from April 24th, 2019. Blockchain and IoT, which is Internet of Things, the perfect combination for a secure future, right? The second article I found back in 2019, blockchain for BFSI, looking beyond cryptocurrencies, right? So in this article, it really talks about some things, but I want to show you guys something that's crazy. Look at this, Trav. What to expect from a blockchain provider, right? Technologies like distributed assets, distributed ledgers, distributed identity, distributed storage, right? But if we come on down here, educational workshops, business case validation, platform selection, and network integration are the usual steps suggested for a successful implementation. Ethereum, Quorum, Hyperledger, Arc3, Corda, Ripple, IOTA, Sovereign, and IPFS are just a few of the popular and trusted blockchain platforms available on the markets.
Sheesh. And like these, I want to go into that a little bit, because those networks, it may just sound like words to you: Ethereum, Quorum, R3, Hyperledger, but the key is interoperability, that one word right there. All these networks are going to be the ones that are going to be working together to bring in the new financial system.
Yo, bro, can you take us bullish real quick, man? The floor is yours.
It would be my pleasure, bro.
Let's go.
Pleasure. So we're going to get right into it, family. Like Vince said earlier, the main thing that you have to understand is they literally tell you what's going to happen. They tell you what they're going to do. And I want to show you guys an interesting video from my bro, the Vincent Owens.
I know you're looking for more money from Congress for this vaccine campaign and for COVID funding going into the fall. How much of the supply of vaccines for these small children is there, and how many of the nation's kids will you be able to get vaccinated before you need more money from Congress?
Well, we'll get through at least this year. We do need more money, but we don't just need more money for vaccines for children eventually. We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic. We have to think ahead. And that's not something the last outfit did very well. That's something we've been doing fairly well. That's why we.
I know you're
So
looking for more.
they continue to spread this fear narrative. They continue to spread this fake pandemic because they need to scare all the people that are still being scared by it. And I want to go into a little bit more on this topic of fear. So this is an article from yesterday where it says Powell sees ongoing Fed rate hikes needed to tame hot inflation. Now, first they called inflation not a problem. Then they called it transitory. Then they said they don't think it will get that bad. It's not really, it's actually good for the economy. Now they need hikes to tame hot inflation. So Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said the central bank will keep raising interest rates to tame inflation following the steepest hike in almost 3 decades, though policymakers must be nimble as various shocks buffet the world's largest economy. So they say they must be nimble, but these people, they're economists. They know how these rate hikes and rate lowers will affect the economy already. I just started studying this policy about a year ago, 6 months ago. Before that, I didn't even know what the role of the central bank was. Now, I've been telling my friends and family there's going to be a recession coming for the last 6 months. Like I said, the proof is on my Instagram. If you want to go and take a look, my Instagram is TravPic, TravPich. They say they must be nimble. Like it's a question of they didn't know what to do. We anticipate that ongoing rate hikes will increase as appropriate, Powell said Wednesday in his semi-annual testimony to the Senate Banking Committee. So this was yesterday. He's increasing the rates. He's telling everyone he's going to do it. Inflation has obviously surprised to the upside over the past year. Surprised, they're trying to get out of it. They're trying to take the blame off themselves. Further surprises could be in store. We therefore will need to be nimble in responding to incoming data and evolving outlook. They create the data. They create it. So they're saying that they need to be nimble when responding to the data that they create. You have to pay attention. Powell's remarks largely reiterated comments at a press conference last week after he and his colleagues on the Federal Open Market Committee raised their benchmark lending rate 75 basis points, the biggest increase since 1994, to a range of 1.5 to 1.75. While Powell told reporters last week that another 75 basis point increase or a 50 basis point move was on the table for the next meeting in July. So he said it last week. They're going to do possibly another 75 point basis hike, the highest since 1994 in 30 years. They're going to do it again, possibly another 50 point hike. So that is what is going to decrease the flow of money. The key term that you guys have to study is quantitative easing and quantitative tightening. These are the terms that refer to these rate hikes and what they mean. So what they ultimately mean is that when they increase the rates, it means that it decreases the flow of money into the market. So less real estate gets built because it's harder to get loans. It costs more to get the money. So when less real estate is being built, less condos, less property developments, there's less jobs. So the market moves slower. And that's what's going to happen right now, because with all this inflation, they've rapidly increased these rates. So the market is slowing, and they're not going to have a choice. They either have the choice to stop inflation or they have the choice to create a recession. And based on their stance, which is a very hawkish stance is the term, there is going to be a recession imminent. And they even say it right here. Fed officials have admitted that they were too slow to tighten and are now quantitative tightening, are now trying to front load rate increases in the most aggressive policy pivot in decades. While a recession isn't in the forecast, economists are increasingly flagging the likelihood of a downtime sometime in the next 2 years. Former New York Fed President Bill Dudley said in a Bloomberg opinion column on Wednesday that a recession is inevitable within the next 12 to 18 months. He was the president of the Federal Reserve. They tell people on their platforms, the people that they want to know on these platforms, the FMOTC committee hearings and the Senate Banking Committee hearings and the NASDAQ websites and the Forbes websites. The people that are paying attention to these things are economists, traders, people in the banking institutions, in the industries. They know that their people are going to get ahead of it first. And people that don't know economics are going to watch the news. And they're going to listen to them saying, well, inflation is transitory. Inflation is actually good for the economy. But meanwhile, you have the Federal Reserve president, former Federal Reserve president, saying a recession is inevitable on Bloomberg, a financial propaganda arm. So one other thing I want to show you guys real quick, I'm going to jump into another topic, is this right here. This is a video from May 23rd. So this is President Biden on May 23rd.
Very quickly, you didn't want to get involved in the Ukraine conflict militarily for obvious reasons. Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes,
You are.
that's a commitment we made.
So he's saying that he's going to get involved with Taiwan. That video came out May 23rd. Now, you can see this tweet is from me on May 21st. I was just on Twitter, just, talking to people, spreading value, hoping to, help people prepare for what's about to come. I said, COVID money printing, Russia, Ukraine, China divesting of foreign assets, China-Taiwan invasion on the horizon. And then literally the next day, the president of the United States says that he will get involved with Taiwan in case that there is an issue. So literally, it literally was 2 days before, right here, I tweeted this, Taiwan invasion on the horizon. Then you have the president of the United States on May 23rd say this.
Very quickly, you didn't want to get involved in the Ukraine conflict militarily for obvious reasons. Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes,
You are.
that's the commitment we made.
Yes.
What do you think about that, Vince?
Yes. It's the commitment we made. That's how I feel. I feel like it's the commitment we made, man. Look, I think that you're spot on, bro. I believe that it's crazy. And I believe that the US didn't get active beforehand because again, they know what's going on around the world before we know what's going on around the world. The President Biden knew there was going I'm pretty sure he knew that there was going to be an attack on the Ukraine before we knew. So why didn't he make that move before? So, the fact that they're planning to go do something over in Taiwan, before, but they didn't do that for the Ukraine, it's kind of fishy to me. But again, yeah, bro, I think you were spot on with that.
Yeah, and they have some events that just happened. Actually, that was May. Check this out. This is yesterday. China sends warplanes near Taiwan after US rejects Strait claims. So China sent its third largest sortie of warplanes toward Taiwan this year after the US rejected Chinese claims over the Taiwan Strait and reports of arms sales talks with Taipei and Washington. 29 Chinese aircraft, including 6 H-6 bombers and an electronic intelligence gathering plane, entered Taiwan's southwestern air defense identification zone Tuesday, according to a tweet from the Ministry of National Defense in Taipei.
Wow.
Taiwanese Foreign Minister Joseph Wu wrote on Twitter that the latest incursion showed China's military threat was more serious than ever. But there's no way Taiwan will cave in and surrender its sovereignty and democracy to the big bully. That's a good word.
Big bully.
The deployment of warplanes was the largest since May 30th, when 30 People's Liberation Army aircraft buzzed the island, and U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth led a 3-day trip to Taiwan. Before that, China conducted 39 flights on January 23rd. This is where I originally picked up on the issue and how I was able to know that this was possibly going to be an issue in the future. The most so far this year, a day after the US and Japanese held a joint naval exercise in the Philippine Sea. So a day after China sends planes into Taiwan, the US and Japan hold a naval exercise in the Philippine Sea. So this was all over the news in January 23rd. The latest flights follow reports the Biden administration has decided to reject a vague new assertion by China that the Taiwan Strait is not international waters. Amid concerns, the stance could result in more frequent challenges at sea for the democratically governed island. State Department spokesman Ned Price reiterated at a Tuesday press conference, so 2 days ago, briefing that the U.S. believes the Taiwan Strait is an international waterway. So they're fighting for control of waterways for shipping for purposes of trade. We're concerned by China's aggressive rhetoric. It's increasing pressure and intimidation regarding Taiwan, and will continue, as we have said before, to fly, sail, and operate wherever international law allows, and that includes transiting through the Taiwan Strait. So they're also in talks to send arms. We're going to be sending lots and lots of arms to Taiwan. The Taiwan Policy Act of 2022 would provide $4.5 billion in defense. Sure, let's just keep printing money. No big deal. There's not inflation on the horizon. There's not a recession on the horizon. Let's just keep creating wars and printing money. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to tie this into what the Bank of England said. And you guys got to pay attention to the Bank of England, pay attention to London. You got to understand history. Our country started in London. We still have a lot of historical ties to London, and a lot of our financial policies are going to be coming out of London. ISO 20022. So Bank of England explains why crypto crash survivors could become future Amazons and eBays, like they didn't already know. Bank of England Deputy Governor John Conleaf sees a possibility for crypto meltdown survivors to become the future technology companies rivaling Amazon and eBay. Conleaf drew parallels between the meltdown wiping more than 1 trillion off the value of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to the dot-com collapse at the start of the millennium. The dot-com collapse saw a wipeout of $5 trillion in value and the end of several companies. However, the survivors like Amazon and eBay evolved as dominant players.
Rav, I don't know if you were showing your screen, but we can't see it.
Oh, my bad.
You're good. No, but we heard you though. Great information.
Hold on. I can show you guys. So this is the article right here. Bank of England explains why crypto crash survivors could become future Amazons and eBays.
Yep. Yeah.
And right here, the Bank of England Deputy Governor, he's telling people, these companies, these cryptocurrency companies are going to be the next Amazons and eBays. $1 trillion wiped off of Bitcoin and other cryptos. The dot-com collapse saw a wipeout of 5 trillion in value and the end of several other companies. Now, the reason why I like to bring up this Bank of England is because right here on Bank of England's website, Bank of England, ISO 20022 consultation paper, a global standard to modernize UK payments. So there's fear, there's uncertainty, there's doubt, there's war, there's inflation, there is COVID, all these geopolitical issues raging around the world. Russia and Ukraine, they're trying to flood us in with monkeypox. They're trying to create that narrative. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to that, but yeah. But the ultimate key that you guys have to hold on is that you guys got to control your emotions. Got to control your emotions.
Yes.
There's a lot of fear in the market right now. Like Vince showed you, the fear and index rating is at 11, but we are buying the fear. Now, I do believe we are going to go further down. They continue to push fear narratives and they continue to quantitative tighten. That is the biggest indicator of when a market is going to go down. But once the Federal Reserve pivots and they begin to start quantitative easing again, that's when I'm going to unload a heavy, large cash position into these assets that are going to be the future Amazons and eBays. I learned a lot from Vincent Atlanta, how he prospects people. And one of the key things I took is that we do not want to be the people that miss out like our parents did, or if you're an older person on this call, you do not want to miss out again for the second time on the next internet.
Yep, absolutely amazing. And so, you know, I've been dropping links inside of the group chat. Hopefully you guys are paying attention, man. You know, if you're not a part of the Vincent Owens Group, number one, you know, we're about to go ahead and take some questions and stuff. So this is not the time that you want to hop off. I mean, if you got to work, you know, you already know, man. But if you can stick around, this is the time to stick around. Now, if you guys are not a part of the Vincent Owens Group, what I want to do is invite you. You know, you've been on this call, you see the value that we're bringing. And this is something that I really believe that will change your life, but also if you have the right coaches. This is all we do. Some people message me and say, hey, I got a client, I got to go. Listen, this is all I do. I got client for this. You know what I mean? We got clients for this. So, you know, this is all this. There is no other choice for the VO group. There is no other choice for PIC, right? In associates. There is no choice for nobody, for neither one of us, right? There is no other choice, right? This is what we breathe, sleep, eat, like dream about. This is the stuff. And I'm telling you, allowing us to be your mentor, but not just being your coach and your mentors, but also utilizing us. Because there's a lot of people in the community that, look, we have 90 people in our Discord and it's 22 on the call. So that should show you how people will purchase something and not even use it. So what we're looking for is people that really want to plug in this year, have a full year of education with the Vincent Owens Group. We will hold your hand through this process. We are not playing games. Billy will tell you, we will hold your hand through this process. We are not playing games. It's been too many times, right? It's been too many times that I've been a part of different companies, different organizations, and I did not receive what I wanted. And what I wanted was that one-on-one help, somebody to hold my hand, because that's the type of learner I am. So, you know, I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and create that. And I'm grateful for Travis because that's the type of learner he is. I learned a lot about Travis this weekend. You know, we're gonna be dropping a lot of content. We did an exclusive interview. It's a lot of things that's about to drop that you all will be able to learn more about Travis, learn about myself, and just grow to love us even more and understand our mission and our purpose here in the world. All right. So again, if you're interested in joining the Vincent Owens Group, like if you don't need to talk about nothing else and you ready to go, just click that link. Pay the $250 a month, or just go ahead and drop the $3K. And there's other options as well, right? Again, or if you're like, I'm a little hesitant, I still don't know, no problem, right? We have something else for you. What I want you to do is fill this out right here. All right, fill this out right here. Do not leave this call. All right, do not leave this call and not fill this out, okay? Fill this out if you are just like, hey, you know, I'm not ready. I got some questions. We'll call you, all right, because we'll have your phone number. We'll get in touch with you, and we're looking forward to working with each and every single one of you all. Now that we're done with that, we want to open up the floor for about 2-3 people, maybe more, however we got to do it, to share one thing you like, one thing you love, and one thing that you learned here on Coffee and Crypto. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll take the first person right now. Let's go. Don't nobody be shy now.
This is where you guys are you know, get your questions in that you have.
And your growth. You know what I mean? This is where you grow. Like, you can't grow if you don't open your mouth. You know what I mean? You can't grow if you don't open your mouth and share. You know what I mean? So first person we got is Alan T, Alliance iPhone. You can come on up. Hold on 1 second. Let me change the settings really fast. Give me 1 second. Boom. There you go. You can unmute now.
Hey, what's good, bro?
What up?
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? My name is Lante. I'm from Chicago.
What up, my boy?
I'm fairly new to the group. Vince has been giving me flack for not showing up to calls, not, you know, engaging with the community. So here I am. I've been going to, you know, the coffee, making sure I attend Coffee and Crypto every morning. And let me tell you, man, it's just making me way more and more confident about what we're doing here. seeing the things about the different banks, the CDBCs, it changes, you know, on a day-to-day basis. To know the future is crypto and know the future is going to be digital one way or the other. You just got to get with the wave. Yeah. But I love when y'all dive into just the news that's going on actively. Because I search online and I can't find any of that stuff. Like I've been doing it for the past couple of days, just since I've been attending these, and I can't find any of these articles, any of this. Like I found some of the websites, but
yeah,
it eludes me.
Yeah.
And just one thing is, I sat down with Vince the other day for my personal one-on-one conversation, and he helped me set some standards, and specifically he helped me set the standard for XRP on just the amount that I wanted to have, and I just want to let y'all know that I've reached that. So
let's go. My God,
let's go.
Yeah,
congratulations, bro. How's it feel?
It feels like I'm prepared for what's coming next. You telling me how the banks are, you know, how they're moving, they're plotting the new system. Well, I want my piece. That's all I know.
Let's go. Well, one other thing I'm gonna tell you is just, you know, as a coach is this, bro. Success is a moving target. So now that you hit that target, let's keep going, bro. Don't stop buying. Success is a moving target. So set a new target. Let's go ahead and set a new goal. I know what your goal is. Let's up that by 4. Let's up that by 4. Let's up that by 4K coins.
Okay, let's do it then. I'll make it work.
Yeah, it's gonna be an investment, but it's over time. Let's up that by 4K coins. Let's go.
I definitely my first thought when it happened was like, well, now I'm gonna let them know we're gonna set a new goal, and then that's where I'm gonna use that price averaging that you were teaching me about, man.
There you go.
Or dollar cost averaging. So yeah, make that work.
There you go, man. Congratulations. And I love when people actually do, you know, actually follow and take, because you're going to be one of those success stories, and you're going to be the reason why thousands of people are going to come into the Vincent Owens Group one day because of these types of stories. When you say, hey, you know, hey, I bought XRP at this price, it's now at this price, and man, I was able to do this, that, and the third to change my life. That is where it changes. So I'm so happy that you came up and shared that. You know, those are the stories we're looking for, you know, so if you got something to share like that, man, because we're trying to grow this community, and there's people that's sitting on this call right now that have only heard from us, and they're like, what about the community? What's been going on for them? Are they reaching their goals? And that's why I'm so grateful for you, Alante, for doing that, Ms. Zuli, my mom, just different people, you know, for coming up every week. So with that being said, thank you, brother. And we'll go ahead and take the next person that has something that they would like to share. You can raise your hand or you can just unmute. The floor is yours. We appreciate you.
I want to add something in real quick. Absolutely.
And Ms. Zuli's next. So, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah, bro. I just want to say congratulations to you, Alante, bro. Because there's three types of knowledge, bro. And a lot of people say knowledge is power, but that's not true. Applied knowledge is power. There's learned knowledge, where you learn the information. Then there's applied knowledge, where you actually apply the information. Then there's teaching knowledge, where you're not actually able to teach that information. So now that is your responsibility, bro, is to start telling people, because this is our responsibility from God, bro, is to let people know what's going on so that we can help our people be led into the promised land, the land of milk and honey.
Yes. Ms. Zuli. Hey,
good morning, good morning, and good afternoon, good evening, wherever anyone viewing this is located at this point. Yes. I just want to say thank you so much again. Every time, it's just a tremendous education here. One of the things that I got from today, of course, not only from today, but since I've been working with you and you, Vincent, since getting your coaching as well, my personal coaching by getting my portfolio in order, because it's just like, okay, different places, but just doing the research. I love research, but it's never really gotten so deep. And with you guys, I'm really getting more and more in depth about it. Even yes, after getting the information here, even like ISO ISO20022. It's like, okay, which one are the coins for that? Besides, I get XRP. I now in some of the others, XLM, Algo, and all that, but now really putting all those pieces together is fantastic. And I really appreciate that just the value and getting that one-on-one. I too, just like you, Vincent, am a learner that yes, I can attend the major conference, I can attend all of that, but it's nothing like having someone right there really listening, getting your heart and getting your mind totally in not only what's for the present, but the goals that you have for yourself for the future. And that's so critical. And for me, as I have shared with you, yes, I have my family, my immediate family here, but I am interested. That's what I've been all about throughout my life, is wanting to leave a legacy. And I think that like having this kind of coaching and you getting me and my understanding you, that I am truly on my way in doing that. And so thank you.
Yes, I mean, you're ready to move into teaching knowledge, and excited for you to be our first, Spanish educator here in the group. I'm so excited, and we'll definitely continue to talk and manifest that into existence. And I know that it's coming, so I'm so excited.
Thank you. I would love that.
Really appreciate you. Also got to reach out to you. I think some plans may have changed, so I will let you know about those plans. But I will reach out to you.
Great. Okay.
All right. And before I bring up Ty, got something to share. If you're part of the private community, probably should share this in the beginning, but if you're part of the private community, we do have office hours now. So in our Discord group, you can take advantage of office hours. Office hours, Billy did his first office hour session yesterday. Amazing, right? Our office hour times are literally from 1 to 2 o'clock, Monday through Friday. All right, these are designated times. You can book 15-minute intervals. So there's 4 15-minute sessions. So you guys feel free to go to the Discord. Please don't drop the link in here, inside of here. This is for private community. Nobody else. This is for our private community. Please do not drop the link on YouTube. This is only for Discord. So if you're inside of our Discord, feel free to click that link. All right, it will be even more because there's people who are not a part of the one-on-one that are in the Discord as well from the past. So I will be taking that and make it even more exclusive very, very soon. So be on the lookout, guys. Keep that in mind that we do have that time. You can book a session on Calendly. Myself or Travis will see it, and we will be there for you during that session. All right. Other than that, Ty, the floor is yours, big dog. Hey, yo, and shout out to Ty. And shout out to Ty Crawford for he posted something on Instagram. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I did not know that you were a part of the new Stranger Things season, bro. So that's amazing that you finally could release that. You had the picture with the whole crew, man. That was amazing. How was that, bro? I just wanted to know.
Oh man, that's all God, man. It was crazy, bro. We had fun out there shooting it, man, and those some good kids. So with them being super professional and seasoned actors, man, we had a good time, bro.
Awesome.
It was, man.
Awesome, bro. You at the golf course right now?
Nah, I'm at the crib, bro.
I'm at the crib. But you're back. I thought you lived on the golf course, bro. I was like, hey, look, I gotta come to the crib with you.
Man, I'm out here in Kennesaw, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up to Kennesaw and come kick it with you, bro.
And I throw something on the grill for you, dog.
Let's do it, bro. I might pull up today.
Come on, bro.
I ain't got nothing going on, but that's cool. Yep. All right, but no, the floor is yours, brother.
Oh man, hey, cheers. Got my coffee, man.
Cheers, bro.
Y'all fellas, man. The info, it's just too much, bro. It's crazy, man. Just the information, like updating us with what's going on with the banking systems here and overseas, bro. And XRP building the new spot already. Like they already took up residence in another country, man. And,
they in India, Canada. They just opened up another. Like they just did it in India, Canada. Where else?
Ireland,
bro. They're everywhere, bro. They not stopping.
I appreciate y'all, man. I got a son on the way that comes in October, and both of my kids got 1,000 XRP coins that I'm gonna give to them when they turn 18. Because of the information that y'all are putting out, man, and it's crazy, bro. Like I'm ready. I'm just trying to make some more money so I can get some more XRP, dog.
Trust fund babies, man. Trust fund babies.
Facts. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Like this some crazy info, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to find all this stuff on my own, man. So salute, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It is a Tuesday and Thursday, bro. We tuning in.
That's a bet, bro. I'm gonna call you.
Oh yeah, let's talk, bro.
All right, let's get it.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Billy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Billy.
Yes, good morning, Head Trav. Yeah, I live right on the railroad tracks, so sometimes I'm 5 minutes late because you don't want to hear. I can't hear, and you can't hear. But hey, look, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking this morning. Maybe progress, maybe just what we're expecting, or maybe what we're getting.
What you're getting, you know, from being a part of the group, and you know, also maybe what you got from the call. But I know it's a lot of information, but just letting people know kind of what's going on, like, you know, and just, you know, so people can hear how you're feeling about everything.
I'd like to have precise knowledge of what to buy, even though you're not a financial dude. You're giving the information I need to make my own decision. I can make my own decision from your own rabbit holing, you know. I mean, you and Travis are giving out information I wouldn't get somewhere else, maybe. And or I'd have a hard time, or maybe I'd find it too late, or you know, ors and ifs around the world. And when today's my granddaughter's 18th birthday, I'm thinking, hey, if I could give her a Nano X with 100 XRP on it, you know, what kind of a gift would that be? I mean, what kind of gift would that be for graduation and things like that? I mean, I know now things to buy with the XRP and the other light coins and such. And I just feel like the knowledge I get from you, and you know, when I call you and pick your brain and pull your hair out with you, I mean, I know I'm going to be a handful, but look, I want to learn, so I'm paying for it, and I want to learn it, and I'm learning it. I'm getting what I want. I'm getting what I'm getting. I know what I'm getting.
Let's get it.
I know I'm not playing with the play team. I've been on calls where people just talk about their grandkids and everything that's going on. You get to the point, you tell it like it is, you set it straight, you're getting us going, you're a good mentor. Travis is amazing. He's a little he's a spy among spies for God, boy. I tell you what, he's got something going on over there. And I like him on this, you know, on this team thing. He's got a different perspective. I mean, sometimes you'll tell me something and he'll come up and back it up with some kind of little innuendo that I can remember. Kind of puts it on my skill level and such. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. This is Coffee and Crypto you can listen to in the hot tub. Yes, sir.
Hey, we might do a episode from the hot tub. You know, that sounds good.
Billy.
Coming live from the hot tub.
Hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day.
Awesome.
Have a great day.
Really grateful for the feedback, yo. Thank y'all so much for sharing that. Again, thank you all. You know, if again, I'm going to continue to drop it because it takes 7 to 10 times. 7 to 10. Grant Cardone said it takes 7 to 10 exposures to get people to do anything. So we're going to keep pushing it down. We're going to keep dropping the link. We're going to keep telling y'all to sign up for this group until you do, because I promise you, when you do, your life will change forever. Guys, that is our time here on Coffee and Crypto. Shout out to everybody that tuned in on YouTube. Yo, and thank you to everybody. Make sure you click that subscribe button. We're almost to 100 subscribers. We'd absolutely love if you guys can share this and get us to 100 subscribers. Travis, do you have anything before I close this call out?
Like they say in Atlanta, bro, because I just got back, I don't want to overcook the grits, bro.
Let's do it. With that being said, thank you for Coffee and Crypto. We'll see you live from the OMC Network headquarters in outer space next time.